About
So this is I'm in an honors class, and it's immigration focused. I have to interview somebody that has immigrated.
you have to interview an immigrant.
Yes, sir.
Ooh. And your
So
grandfather an immigrant?
no, sir.
What
No.
generation are they going back?
Quite a ways.
Okay.
So
But they still, family came from someplace.
yes, sir. This,
All right.
this is
Go
America. Everybody came from somewhere.
Including the Native American.
Yes, sir. My grandmother's side of the family actually came over on the second ship after the Mayflower.
Wow.
So I had
Wow, you go a long way.
yes, sir.
So you actually a Native American, baby. Just kidding.
Almost, sir.
Yeah, you are, because that was the first set of Americans. Because Native American are not really Americans.
No, sir. They came from somewhere.
Mongolian.
Yeah.
All right, Rich, shoot it.
All right. So first, can you just tell me a little bit about yourself, like what your name is, where you're from, and then
My
just-
original name was Maximo. Are you going to write something on that?
I'm recording.
Okay.
I can write stuff. as
Okay,
well,
no,
so-
no, just not. Was Maximo Jose Martinez Fria Perez. That's a long name,
Yes, sir.
right? So when I came to this country, I was 13 years old. I didn't come here because of I wanted to. I came here because of necessity. Due to the passing away of my mother. My father left my mom when I was about 4 years old. About 4 years old. When she passed away, my dad lived in New York City. So it was not by choice, it was by necessity. So when I came to this country, thinking about legal and illegal alien that we talk about today, immigrations, which is one of those tricky words that people want to use. It took us 5 years for four of us to come legally to the United States from the day my mother passed away.
Wow.
5 years. Because you have to do it legally, right? All the documents
Yes.
have to be there, right? So maybe later on you may ask me a question about that, but to give you immediately disclosure is, I don't believe that you should come here illegally, because I came here legally. So imagine waiting for 5 years. Either my dad lived in New York, back and forth. Meanwhile, our four of us was like transients because we didn't have a place.
Mm-hmm.
Not nice, right? But when we came here, I was 13 years old and I landed in New York City. Now think about coming from the Caribbean island, the tallest building I ever saw, maybe it was 5th floor, coming to a mega city like New York City. Okay?
Yeah.
So that is a cultural shock to begin with. So as an immigrant, when you come to this country, if you only hear what people say about it, see pictures, it's
Yeah.
not the same as actually being in it. It's totally
Yeah.
different. So culture, you can hear, you can experience it, but what experience is what makes the difference. So 13 years old, it actually was exciting and scary. I didn't speak the language.
Yeah.
The exciting part was something new. I finally live with what you quote unquote call a home. But that experience of a home only lasted a year because I moved out. So at 14 years old, due to again, situation with my dad, alcoholic, not being there, the building that I was living with him caught on fire. He didn't know anything about it. So it was one of those things that danger now is moved to another location by necessity. So everything so far, as an immigrant, we do things by necessity.
Yeah.
It's very rare you're going to find somebody here that does it for pleasure. Yeah, you go to vacation, but that's not the same when you move into a
Yeah.
place.
It's not the same. It's completely.
So that experience is unique because, again, when you are from the age of 8 to the age of 13, nothing was settled. Come to hopefully this will settle something good. So an ability to be able to say, which I thought you can record if you want. All right, to say I came to this country looking for something that was steady, solid. It was not like that at all. So as an immigrant, and now as a 13-year-old, my gosh, your mind is all over the place. Age of 14, I decided that my dad was not a dad because again, those 5 years make me from a little kid, believe it or not,
Yeah.
to think it's like an adult. So when the day my mother passed away to the time I came to this country, I was in survival mode. When I came to this country, I still was survival mode because it's something new. When you move to a location, you're in survival mode
Yeah.
because you don't know anything. You don't know the culture. You don't know anything. Pretty much anything. Just whatever you read sounds good, but it doesn't work. All right.
Yeah, it doesn't give you actual experience on
Nothing.
how stuff actually
Nothing. So 14 years old, again, I move as an immigrant again, not knowing the language. What saved me, believe it or not, was the city that I lived in New York, Manhattan, was Spanish Holland. So the language was not really quote unquote a barrier because every grocery store spoke Spanish. Everywhere I went in my neighborhood spoke Spanish. So it's kind of weird that you come from a Latino country to an American English country and everybody in the neighborhood speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
The building that I lived in, there were probably, maybe if I remember back, there was no black. There were maybe a couple of white family, but 90%, maybe more than 90% of the family living in the building that I lived were Hispanic. Again, even though it was a culture shock, it was a comfort because they spoke Spanish.
Yeah.
All the grocery store, all the bodegas, they call it bodegas, they were Spanish.
Yeah.
When I went to school, when I registered to go to middle school, 90% of my classes were in Spanish. Again, not shocking.
Yeah.
When I went to high school, it was like 50% of the class were in Spanish. Again, not shocking. So if you look as an immigrant, as a child, and it's different that you come in the country as a child, and it's different becomes an adult. Because you're not really developed. You're still looking for development. So one thing that saved me personally was that even though I didn't speak the language correctly, I had an opportunity to sign up for the Navy at 17. To the Navy at 17. No English. Well, let's put it this way. If we wanted a scale from 1 to 10, my scale was 2.
Okay, so like very little English. Then.
Very little. But I understood that my Spanish was solid. My understanding of the Spanish language was good. And English is about 40-50% Latin words.
Yeah.
So I really got the catch of the English language, but well, that sounds like transportation? Oh, transportación. So you can see that the language barrier became less because
so
now I can communicate because basic information sound like Spanish.
Yeah, so it sort of carried over.
Right? The only thing I needed to captivate the accents and the pronunciation, the enunciation of the word. So that was important for me to understand English. The school didn't teach me that.
So
The street taught me that
street taught you that, so you learned it on your own.
on my own. Which is, I look back, I said, how did I made it? Well, I made it because when I went into the Navy at 17, came here at 13 years old, 4 years later, I went to the military. Who does that? Necessity.
So you're still in the necessity mode.
Right? Because the school was not, even though I was not failing school, I quit high school 6 months before graduation to go into the military. Now back then, again, everything in your life always follow, I want to say, a spiritual guidance kind of thing. Because when I went to the military, there was no high school requirement because it was after Vietnam.
Oh, yeah.
And the military was depleted. So they needed anybody in. I was anybody. So I became anybody in, which was a blessing for me.
Yeah.
So what saved me was that when I went to the military with very little English as an immigrant, and I went to boot camp, I had somebody that was from Cuba, that knew both language well. So he became my.
Your translator almost.
We did everything together. We took the
Mhm.
class together. We took the test together. And when I have difficulty on some language, he kind of translated for me.
So he was your wingman then.
He was my wingman, right? Which was awesome, right? I didn't fail. I didn't fail boot camp.
Mhm.
I learned to communicate on a professional level in the Navy. What I learned in the street was just what they call jive,
Yeah.
basic street talk. When the military is more strict, more direct, more defined, and communication was key, like I just said a few minutes ago. So I learned how to communicate, even though my English was very bad.
Mm-hmm.
To the point, I don't know if I put in there, but in boot camp, you can't take shower without a shower shoes. You can't go into the shower without shower shoes. So my accent was so intense, so heavy, that they wanted to make fun of me, which is okay. I didn't care. That they hit my shower shoes. So I'm looking around and say, I need to take a shower. Where's my shower shoes? And what is that? What? Where's my shower shoes? Well, in Spanish, we don't have CH. We don't have SH. We have CH. And CH is cha, not sha.
Mm-hmm.
So shower shoes. Right? So I assume it was shower. So my nickname in boot camp was Chower Shoes. He come Chower Shoes. So, but I looked at that as a positive, not as a negative. Come in. Come in. Oh.
You can't be in here one-on-one with the door closed. CPT.
I know. I forgot. You can put the chair in there. Oh, you want to be here?
In the interview.
You don't have to be here. The door's open. Anyway, go ahead. So again, when I was in boot camp, my English was very, very, very. Again, scale 1 to 10, and 10 be an expert, 2 being 2 be a por favor. Okay, like you're going to Mexico and trying to order food,
Yeah.
and the only thing you know is tu cerveza, right? Or where's the baño, and that's it. That's pretty much what my English was in boot camp. But that Navy, in 8 weeks, I went from a 2 to about a 4, maybe 5. Because for a solid week, almost 24/7,
You were just in
English. I was immersed in the English world.
Yeah.
So I feel, in general, that when somebody comes here from out of the country, what the mistake we make in school is that we put them in the general population. And that's the failure. Because as a teacher in Dunkirk, we have Spanish people that come in, student from Guatemala, Mexico, whatever they come, whatever country they speak Spanish. They integrate it into the school, into the class, and they're completely lost. They're not learning. They're not learning English, and they're not learning because they wanted to introduce them into the class.
Yeah, because it's a necessity to be immersed in the language of the country that you're in.
So my goal's always been, and I always teach is when you come here, if you don't know the language, before I put you into general population in school, you're gonna go to 6-month intense English classes. And the only thing you need to know is English. There will be no math, no history, but English. If we do that, we can guarantee that we change a lot of the student today. Anyway, so part of the military helped me as an immigrant guide myself through the world of America, kind of, you know?
Yeah.
Love this country.
Yeah.
You want to find anybody more than me that love this country, okay? If we go to war against my native language or my native country, I will go and kick their butt, because this is America. I'm an American, period.
And I don't believe that you mentioned which country you're from.
I was born in the Dominican Republic. It's a small Caribbean island, and the Dominican is 1/3 of the island.
Yeah, is that on the same island as Cuba?
Haiti.
Haiti?
So Haiti is 1/4. I want to say 1/3. I don't want to say 1/3. It's about 1/4 of the island. We are 3/4 of the island. Two different language, two different culture, and it's weird part, right? It's one island, two different culture, totally different. One island, one part of the island is the poorest country in the world, next to another island that is doing pretty good, which is amazing. How can that happen? Culture, pure culture. So when you come to America as a immigrant, what we're missing and we hate it because it's politicians doing that, is we're trying to keep your culture and live in America. I think that's wrong. If you move here, you become an American culture. Yes, you can celebrate my Latino roots. Yeah, I like my this and I like that, and like music and I like that. But I'm an American. A lot of culture come here and become separate, and I call those cocoon. They become a little cocoon, right? And they don't want to be part of the whole system because I'm this and I'm that and I can't change that. Because no, if you come to America, your country you left is your ex-girlfriend, right? You don't want to live with her. You don't want anything with her, and you're done.
Yeah.
You still can celebrate them, but you're not. That's not you.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. So when I had the opportunity to become an American citizen, which it was cool, right? To become an American citizen, you have to take tests.
Yeah.
But because I served in the military,
You
I was
did.
exempt.
Yeah.
So when I applied, I went to the guy and said, hey, I want to do this. Goes, oh, yeah, served. Oh, good. An American.
Yeah.
All right? So that's another possible thing that gives you, the country gives you, adapts you into it. You get adapted into the culture American. And most of the people reject it and keep their past culture. And that thing that's wrong. When you get adopted in it, you become who we are. You celebrate the flag, the independency, blah, blah, blah. You do all those good things about it, which is important. So as an immigrant, I'm a little different than a lot of immigrants that I know because they want to be Puerto Rican, even though Puerto Rican are not immigrant, they're American, right? They want to be Mexican, I'm in Colombia. No, I'm Dominican, but I'm an American, even though I was born there.
Yes.
Because I served the military for 22 years. I love this country. Gave me 3 beautiful kids born here. My wife was, even though she was born in Canada, she's an American citizen now. Everything that I have now is because of this country. Do I reject my birth country? No, I celebrate it, but that's it. It's like celebrating a birthday, right? After the birthday is done, the cake is eaten, you're done.
Yep.
You don't.
You don't extend it for like a week.
That's it. No, it's done, right? Do I like go visit there? Yeah, as a tourist. And I done that, right? I go to Dominican as a tourist, not as a Dominican. Which, how weird is that? Because it's not my country.
Yeah.
It was the country of birth, but not my country. So, as an
Do you have
immigrant,
any family left in
oh yeah,
Dominica?
she's 90% of my family is still there. But it's not my country. This is my country. So when I became an American citizen, it's like a rebirth. What does a rebirth mean? Something new.
Yeah.
The past is the past, and you're done. So I changed my name. I went to Maximo Jose Martinez Fria Perez. And what I did, it was not too aggressive, but it was like, because in the military, when you change your name, all the documents have to be changed. It's a pain in the neck. So I sent from Maximo, I changed it to Max. I reduced 3 letters, right? From Jose, I added 2 letters, made it Joseph.
Oh.
And from Martinez, I took 2 letters and made it Martin. So document, the only thing you have to do this, and nothing ever changed. So the last 2, I just dropped it.
Yeah.
So it's Max Joseph Martin. Sounds like a truck driver, but that's the way it is, right? And it's weird because Max, most of the people, or most of the thing named Max are animals.
Really?
How many Max you know?
I think 2. You and another kid.
That's it. That's not a name that you see for human being. Now, if you go to Germany, half of the population is Max.
Yeah.
I don't know. But American is very rare, right? Maximiliano.
Max for Maxwell.
Yeah.
And my cousin was Jerry or Gerald Maxwell.
Yeah, Maxwell is it's a European thing. But anyway, so as an immigrant, one of the things that we don't do, first of all, if you come here because of necessity, you probably become better American than you come here because you want to be an American if you're looking for money. Now, most of the people that come here, they have money. They're not really, they don't consider themselves American. Kind of weird. They have home someplace else and they're like double citizenship.
Yeah,
I don't have double
they-
citizenship. I'm an American. I could have double if I want to, but I don't. I don't need it.
Oh, you're not a dual citizen
No,
of
I
the
don't want to be.
Dominican?
I could, but I don't want it.
Okay.
I'm an American. What am I going to do there? I don't have anything there. I was born there and I suffered. My mother passed away. So there's nothing there that I had 8 years that I can only remember maybe 2 or 3 pieces of it. So I have no roots in there. The roots it's like a transplant. Took that root and put it in the United States and I grew. So what are all the questions you would like to know?
Well, that covered a lot of them actually, sorry. So,
How do I feel about all the immigrants?
that's not one of them. Sorry.
Oh, damn. I can give you a lot. How do you feel? How do you feel about the American opportunities? Opportunity?
Yeah, that could be a question.
Again, and I see that a lot, by the way, because I run a non-for-profit called the Hispanic Community Council of Chautauqua County, and my organization is to help immigrant Spanish family when they come to Chautauqua County to able to navigate the culture differences. All right, the majority of the people that are in Chautauqua County, they are Hispanic and Puerto Rican, so they're American to begin with. But even that, the culture between Puerto Rico and Chautauqua County is 2 different animals.
Yeah.
Okay, even though they're American citizens. And what I tell people is like people from Boston and New York, they hate each other. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's 2 different worlds.
It's 2 different worlds. Okay, you go to Alabama, it's 2 different worlds. You go to Texas. So being Puerto Rican is like being you're American, but the difference are, again, some of the Puerto Ricans don't consider them to be Americans. And the reason that because they don't understand the American culture because they were isolated from the American mindset. And that's a shame.
That's not totally true because my nephew is married to a Hispanic young lady who was born in New York City.
But then that's the difference is. Here's the difference. When you're born here, you're not Puerto Rican.
You're
Right?
American.
But here's the difference. It's the weird part is because if you look at that as an immigrant, they're not immigrants. Puerto Rican are immigrants. They're Americans.
Yeah.
If you're born in New York City, there's no difference born in New York City and born in Puerto Rico. You're still American. But if you tell that to the Puerto Rican, they say, no way in hell, I'm Puerto Rican. But when I make it clear, saying, if I born in Florida, where am I?
American.
Oh, no, I'm Floridian. I'm a cracker. If I born in Texas, where am I?
Texan.
I'm Texans. If I born in Boston, what am I? I'm Bostonian.
Yeah.
There's no difference between somebody say I'm Puerto Rican. But the problem is they don't understand the differences. They think Puerto Rican is a country.
It's U.S. territory.
It's a U.S. territory. Puerto Rico never been a country. In the history of that island, since the European got to that island, they never been a country. They were owned by Spain and owned by us. So as a country, it's never been one. But they don't know the differences. So part of the intellectual analysis when I talk to them is I bring it to forward. I said, when was the first time you were a country? So that's the difference. When you come to this America, and I come from Dominican Republic or from Haiti or from Colombia, those are countries, right? And we do that, we're migrating here. We're not immigrants, we're migrants.
Yeah.
with permission.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the difference. So when people say, "What about illegal immigrant?" Kick him back, take him back. But they're Hispanic. I don't care where they're from. It's not about being Hispanic or black or blue or purple. If you come here illegally, goodbye. But they come here for opportunity. See there, not necessity.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
It's opportunity out of necessity.
All right. So again, the difference if you break the rules, you already broke American rules.
Mhm.
So what I like as an immigrant is I learn what Americans about. I learn about the Constitution. I'm writing a book today about how effective Thomas Paine was.
Oh.
He was the original,
He wrote Common Sense.
correct. All right.
So he was
He was the original
like
catalyst for the independence
yeah,
of
he
this
was
country.
like the patriot.
Okay.
That started it all.
And what he do? He just said, okay, why do we have to take order from the king? He lives in someplace else in a, right?
Yeah.
What can the local people? So he was. So I'm writing a book. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
I'm on page 92 right now. About how important his mindset as a, even back there was no American back then.
It
he was a
just
British
the
soldier.
English colony.
It was a British subject,
British
right?
colony. Yep.
But he understood that even having a British soldiers, you have to understand that there was different culture.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we came here in the Mayflower, it was because we wanted to get rid of that culture. We wanted to start our own
it
culture.
was the Puritans
Right.
running.
So the
from
Puritan is with
prosecution.
religious freedom, right? So the culture in the United States from day one was different than European culture.
Mhm.
So as they grew, even though they had European influence,
They just
they
differed.
started dispersing themselves because it's a different culture. So again, as an immigrant, we're born in the Dominican Republic, different culture. When I come to America, it's a different culture of freedom,
Mhm.
ability,
Mhm.
yourself. You can do whatever you want legally, okay?
Yeah.
And you succeed.
Yeah.
Now all the country in the world has that ability. Not a single country knows how the ability that we have here. Not a single country has the constitution that we have here.
Mhm.
So why do I love this country? Well, of
'Cause
course,
it's unique.
it's unique. It took me in.
Mhm.
He gave me the opportunity. Then no other country would have ability to do that. He gave me
Yeah.
freedom. People come to America and you ask them what is freedom. People that live in Russia, they will tell you what the freedom is. They live in China, they will not only that, you go to Colombia, they tell you what the freedom is.
Yeah.
Because it's controlled by elite. And so Thomas Paine, the first thing that he wrote is say we don't want to be run by elite.
Yeah.
So one thing that I write about Common Sense, which is a really good book, was written in common sense language that a farmer can read it.
Everybody can read it.
Everybody could read it. It was common sense. It was simple English, simplistical thing, right?
Because he wanted everybody to read it.
Everybody to read it. You know, he sold millions of copies.
I didn't know how many copies he sold.
He sold millions of copies,
Wow.
all right? And back then, almost everybody wanted a copy,
Yeah. And the printing press came out, so it's
right?
yeah.
But that's what American is.
Mhm.
Is the ability to say, come here legally
Mhm.
and have whatever you need.
Yeah.
So if I always tell people when I teach my kids in school, I always tell them, why you taking America for granted?
Now, see,
American take American for granted,
Yeah.
which is sad.
'Cause
Thomas Paine say, don't take it for granted.
Yeah.
Be responsible. Be this. Be. I mean, maybe you read when I finish my book, right? I quote everything that he says that makes different to me. That as a non, and that's another thing, by the way, that you need to do as an immigrant. When you come to this country, you want it not only make the country better for yourself, but want to make country better for everybody else.
Yeah.
A good immigrant would do that.
Yeah. So they don't want to just say, okay, I'm part of the country now. I'm gonna do my own thing.
No.
You also want to help other people.
Because the Constitution gives you that freedom.
Yeah.
And so when you read Thomas Paine, that's exactly what he says. We are responsible for everything we do. Don't be responsible for what you don't. As a citizen of everybody. When you do something good, everybody should be benefit from it. So ever since I start understanding, again, I remember my English was pretty bad, by the way.
Yes.
Right? But I listened to people, the well-known knowledge of the Constitution and the law, and I listen to one person right now. I've been listening since Rush Limbaugh passed away, Mark Levin. Okay, he has a podcast. I listen to him every morning. Why? Because he's knowledgeable. He's like active stuff. So the idea again is when you become an immigrant and you get adopted into this country, the only thing that support you is the roots, and the roots of this country is the Constitution.
Okay. So when you immigrated here at the age
Am I
of
talking too much? Go ahead.
a little bit, sir, but I'm enjoying it.
All right, go ahead.
So when you came here at the age of 13, did you have any opportunities that you had heard about from other people or anything? That you
Oh yeah,
expected?
America was the richest country. Everybody was rich in America.
So you saw that everybody's rich and you thought, oh, I can get rich too.
Not only I get
Or is
rich, that's kind of interesting because I also travel the world with my business. And I always say I'm an American. I never said when I left the country, I'm Dominican. No other country that I've been, I say I'm Dominican. Where are you from? I'm American. So when I came at 13 years old, the mindset, my dad lives in New York. I thought he was rich. Everything in America is like abundant. You want shoes, you can have shoes. I remember as a kid only having one pair of shoes. When I came to America and I started working, I started buying shoes. Because I love shoes. Because I only have one pair of shoes. Now I probably have 100 plus pairs of shoes.
Oh, gee, another Melga Marcos.
I'm America Marco Martinez, right? Right? I love shoes. Because in America, you can buy how many shoes you want.
Yeah.
I love clothing. I have hundreds and hundreds of ties.
Wow.
And shirts and pants. Why? Because I love, but I bought it. It was never given to me because I had the ability to work. I started working when I was 11 years old. Not America, Dominican. When I came here at 13 years old, I worked in a supermarket bagging bags. And I made good money, by the way. Because in New York, there's no elevators. No building has freaking working elevators. So if you come to shop and you need to have 6, 7 bags to the 6th floor, you hire me for 50 cents and I carry your bags. Minimum wage back then was $2 an hour.
Wow.
So if I do 10 bags, that's pretty good money.
Yeah.
Okay, so money's there. So yes, when I came to this country, it was about you had the ability to make money because everybody was rich.
Yeah.
That was different because when I moved to New York, nobody was rich. I lived in the ghetto.
What year did you move to the New York?
73.
73.
Okay, so it's a shock. So as a young man, remember, I didn't have a childhood from the age of 8 until today. I still never had a childhood. So I have a childhood now. Actually, I had a childhood when I was making a lot of money because I buy whatever I want. I have so many toys and crap and everything. I still have toys that are not open and they're 40 years old.
Wow.
Okay? Because I could. Isn't that beautiful? Right? If I now, and I look back, if I would have, my mother would have been alive, and I would have been back in Dominican today, I'd probably be a lawyer or an engineer, because my mother was an educated scientist. So
she understood the importance of being educated.
absolutely, my grandfather, my mother's dad was, his kid went to colleges, the best colleges period. They were very wealthy. So education was the key. My dad was a very poor man. And believe it or not, my grandfather disowned my mother because she married my dad.
Wow.
So sometimes love doesn't pay, right? And then he left her when we have 4 kids. So anyway, so when you come to this country, all immigrants that want to come to this country and be part of the America is because there's an opportunity to do here. And they become American citizens because they want to love this country. But again, because our way of living today, we're so open, technology is really wide, And when
Yeah.
you read my book, the knowledge is one of the key that is messing up the country because we get so much news that are crap, misinformation.
It just
And
overloads everything.
Overload everybody take information like things for real, but it's not. But yeah, when I came to this country, one of the things. Wow, that's tall. All right, I remember
Yeah.
go to the Spy Day building. It was like freaking out. Like I said, the tallest building was maybe 5 floors.
Yeah, 5 floors.
I lived on the 6th floor, so I was like, yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, you've covered a lot of the questions that I already had here. I only had about 24 questions.
And I already covered them. Wow.
You covered a lot of them.
So give me one they haven't covered yet. Come on, get to it.
So have you experienced any moments where you felt especially welcomed, like when you first came in? I know you mentioned that you were in the
Military.
Spanish Harlem in Manhattan.
I never had time to think about it.
Never had time to because you were busy trying to make
It was
money and
survival
everything.
mode. Again, if you come to this country, settle. Most people might feel welcome because of maybe on your status. I came here with no status. So I never felt. That's a really good question. And I put that in my book, by the way. So now that I'm not teaching, I write in books. It's crazy. That is a really hard question to ask. Because I did feel welcome when the Navy received me. I felt welcome when I became an American citizen. They gave me the right to be part of it.
Yeah.
So if you go back, the first time I felt that I was part of the country was when I became an American citizen. Because now I'm it.
Yeah, you're American.
I'm an American, baby.
You've
You
achieved
can't
your-
take that
you've
apart. They
achieved
can't
your
take it
goal
apart. All right. I'm an adult and I'm an American. So I think that's the first time I felt welcome.
now. Okay. So that was by like the U.S. government.
Right.
Almost. What about maybe like people that were in your
No different.
community?
Remember, they were all Latinos in the neighborhood.
Latinos,
There
they
was no
just-
difference.
No difference.
And that can be the reason that a lot of immigrant go to community they are quote unquote Italian American, German American, Polish
Yeah.
American, because it's not they don't feel welcome; they feel connected to them already. So I don't know if you actually ask any immigrant that they feel welcome outside their culture. But the American Constitution
Yeah.
make you welcome, and that's what I
Yeah.
like about it. See the difference?
Yeah.
The rules is equal, or all of us are equal.
Yeah.
That is welcoming you. So if you look at that as a perspective, as a little teenager, probably not, because I never felt it until I became an American citizen, and that makes it different. As an adult, what makes you welcome here is the U.S. Constitution. Another question.
So this one I actually don't have written down, but
Go ahead, say it.
do you want to? Would you like to explain how your career path went?
Again,
Because you
yes.
said that you were in the
Yeah.
Navy for 22 years, and then
Right.
a few weeks ago we were going through a little bit of what you did, and you mentioned that you you owned a tech company
Mhm.
that came up with a fix to Y2K,
Mhm.
and then you sold
So-
that, and now you're a teacher.
So here's the interesting about America. Opportunity. If you see it, grab it. It's always there. It's always there for everybody. For everybody. I wasn't special, right?
Yeah, you came up from nothing. It
For
was-
nothing, right? So I came from the ghetto. Military gave me opportunity to look in technology. When I went to college, let me tell you how things started, which is important. Because my English was so bad when I took this SAT, I flunked the English one. Because I didn't have a conclusion to my essay.
Oh.
Everything else I passed. Because
Yeah.
math and science is something I love, so it doesn't change. So I flunked the SAT. So I went to the counselor, back then they call it dean of the school. And I said, listen, I'm a veteran. What I did, I served active for 3 years and I served the rest of the reserve. So say I'm a veteran. Give me an opportunity. My English is not that good, but I can guarantee you that I will pass every single class that I take in this course. So the dean said, I give you 2 courses. If you pass the 2 courses, you can stay in school. I aced it. I went back to the dean and said, what should I do now? No, you're in it permanently. Opportunity. Now, if that would have said, I'm sorry, you can't do that, would I be here today to the same lab? Probably yes, because of many opportunity to do, right? So here's the deal. I dropped the high school, no writing. I dropped the high school, no GED. In the military, I saw an opportunity to get my GED. So the Navy gave me an opportunity.
And then they paid for your education as well.
So here's the opportunity. I was in Naples, Italy. The ship pulled in there for a week. They said they're offering the GED of the naval base. It wasn't a naval base. It was the United Nations naval base, NATO naval base. They offered the GED opportunity of the New York State. And if you take that, you get 2 extra days for free. Vacation. So say, I take it. I don't take it. With a big accent.
So you,
I sat down and I aced it. 3 months later, I got my certificate, GED from the state of New York.
wow,
I still have it.
nice.
Oh, wow. I can go to college now.
Yeah.
So when I lay off the duty, then I went again, lived in Florida. I took the SAT, the SAT. I flunked the English. I went to the dean and said, well, I'll give you an opportunity.
Yeah.
I give you, let me see what you can have. I love that. We should do that today. Because a lot of people cannot take this SAT and pass. Doesn't mean they're stupid.
Yeah.
Okay? And guess what? I have an associate, 2 associate, 1 in art, 1 in science, electronic engineering. Because I wanted to continue with my bachelor, and they said, well, the associate in electronic engineering only stops. You can't do anything else with it. You have to go back and get an associate in art. That way you can get a bachelor degree. Okay. I didn't get mad. I went, all right. I went and got my associate in art. Then I went to a school for electrical engineering, and I did not like it. I didn't feel connected to it, and that was the beginning of the computer industry in the early 80s. Opportunity.
So did you see the opportunity that there could be something in the electrical
It's new.
engineering?
Electric is good,
Mm-hmm.
but it's stagnated. Computer is nothing new. Still moving like crazy, right? Now I haven't stopped. So I went into the computer and became a computer programming, analytical, and design.
Okay.
All right. So I started working for a company that will pay for my school too, because the Navy can only provide so much. Back then, company paid for your college. If you get an A, it's 100%. If you get a B, you get 80%. If you get a C, you get 60%. You get a D, you get nothing. So it's up to you. You have to pay it out of your pocket, and then they reimburse you.
Okay.
So I applied for a company that reimbursed me. So I went to college for free. I got my bachelor degree in computers science. I got a job with this company that was doing computer diagnostics as a international market. Now my English is improving because I'm listening to talk show radio.
Yeah.
And I thought I told you that before, right? Talk show radio, they have to speak clearly, pronunciate properly, you have to listen. And every time I heard a word they didn't understand, I go and search for it. Oh, okay, I know what that means. And then you hear that word constantly. To the point, if you ask my wife, which is a very smart lady, my vocabulary is better than hers. Why? Because I love word learning, right?
Yeah.
So that company, prior to working for that company, I worked for Moog, which is there in Aurora, right? As a technician, because I wanted for them to pay for my master's degree in business. So I was the technician, even though I had a computer degree. I made good money, but it was not, I didn't do that for the money. I did for the opportunity that they gave me to pay for my college.
Okay. So you sort of, all right, I'll do this for a set amount of years, and then I'm going to go off and do my own thing.
So they pay for my master's degree in business and international business. Okay, because I spoke languages. And I can understand Italian and Portuguese, and I can, if I go to Portugal or Brazil, and within 2 or 3 days, I'm like them. The language comes to me easy. If I go to Italy, the same way, because your cultural mindset gets it like them, and it's easy to speak.
Yeah.
Now you ask me to speak Portuguese now, I say, I can't remember any of that crap, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not in the cultural part. So they pay for my master. Now I have a master. So there was a company, there was a technology company that just started. So I went from Moog to this small company, it's a very small company. And I told them this is what I have. The guy said, "Oh, come in, I want you to be my international marketing guy."
Yeah.
So I was
Oh,
international.
there you are. You wanna go help Grace? He's doing the,
So
test,
I started
please.
the marketing to market this product internationally. So I traveled the world for this company, selling product for him, making him a lot of money, a lot of money. But now that I was making him money, I understood the product, I understood the technology, and I asked his customer, the company customer, what else would you like in this product to have?
So, are you saying that you worked for him and then now you're gonna go out and make your own thing?
Not
Or-
yet, not yet.
Not yet.
I wanted to keep my customer happy.
Mm-hmm.
In business, you need to keep your customer happy. Loyalty is important, right?
Yeah.
So you say you buy he was selling this card that was really excellent, by the way. It's a postcard, and some software that was really, really good for technician. And then when they buy it, I supported them, so part of the support is, okay, now that you have this card, is it working? Yeah, it's good product. But what else would you like? Oh, I would like to, it would be great if you had this power supply. It would be really good if it has a RQDMA complex detection. It would be great if you have a self-booting software. Blah, 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 blah. So I started designing my own product. And I designed a product, and I wanted to give it to my boss. He said, no, my product is good. But I said, your customer wants this. He didn't want to invest money in developing the new product. So happened that was a little conflict, and he fired me.
Fired you, and so you were still friendly with his customers, right?
Of course,
And
but I didn't stay with his customer.
Mhm.
So I went to my wife, my first wife, and I said, I have a great product. I have already a manufacturer going to do it for me in Texas, and I have an engineer that is going to help me develop it for better. So I gave him the concept, the initial concept, and this guy in Texas is going to finish it.
Mhm.
It's going to cost me money,
Mhm.
but I think it's a great product. My wife said, well. So I invested about $100,000 with not a single customer, but I knew the product was worth it.
Mhm.
So original order was 100 units. Basic, nothing fancy, with just a board
Yeah.
and plastic and some software. Not big
Yeah.
deal. So I did my first show in Germany because I already knew all the shows, right? And the first show was in Germany because the biggest computer show in the world. The biggest computer show in the world. 1 million people show up in a week
Wow.
from all over the world.
Yeah.
So the American Pavilion had which I always went with this company, had a big booth, and I had a tiny little 5x5 booth. I can only fit a small table and a chair, and my product. What I did, as a businessman, hat with my company name, tie with my company name, shirt with my company name, underwear with my company name, pants with my company
You're just
name.
advertising
Everywhere I
the
go, and I was one of the first company that started putting name on shirts
Really? Wow. Interesting.
because I said I need to market myself, right? My letter, my envelopes, everything was freaking perfect. So, but I'm in a little booth. I'm telling you, this big. And I knew that everybody that came to that show gonna go to the American Pavilion. And I knew that every reseller I had around the world for this company is gonna come to the US Pavilion. So they went, Max, what are you doing here? Well, I don't work for Data Depot anymore. They fired me, and I started my company. And I said, remember that thing you wanted in that product?
You have it now.
In one show, I took every single reseller that I did that for them. I didn't steal them. I could call every single one, but that's not ethical. So they know if I do something unethical, that's not good. So I spent a lot of money. My little booth, back in '93, it was almost $4,000. That was a lot of money back then.
That is a lot of money. It's even a lot of money now.
Today, right? So in one show, in 1 week, I took every single reseller he had.
Wow.
I saw all my product like this. But here's the secret. Opportunity, right?
Yep.
Here's the opportunity to get to every single client. If you find something better, even equal to what I can give you, I'll give it to you for free.
So you're basically, without saying the word guaranteeing, you're basically guaranteeing that yours is the best.
Because I knew every single one. It was only 3 companies in the entire world doing what we're doing. Actually 4. One was a reseller, but over 4. But I knew everybody product, inside and out.
Yeah.
Right? So when I designed mine, was to make sure it was the best, that nobody came and touch it. So my guarantee was, if you find something better, and this is what I always did. I said, don't buy mine now. There's 3 companies in the entire show. You go to those companies and tell them about my product. If they can say their product is better to mine, you come to me and I give it to you for free. I had no money.
What
for
was the product?
It's computer diagnostic hardware and so.
Okay.
Guess what? I have no money for advertisement. They spend millions of dollars to advertise the product, the new product they have. La, 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 la. I had none. You know what I had? A good
Yeah.
product.
A good product and shirts with your brand on it.
And I said, go to it, go to them, ask him about. They didn't know who I was because nobody knew I had a company yet. Right? Not even my old boss knew I had a company yet. Hey, Trinitech is over there. So my company was Trinitech, Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. And my logo is a pyramid, rising up pyramid.
Okay.
Okay, so everything was designed, and technological solution for a new world was my slogan. Technological solution for a new world. Computer was just booming, right? In one show, I took every reseller. I sold 100 units that I bought. Done.
And they wanted more, right?
Yeah, because they want to resell my product.
Yeah.
So I had resellers now going crazy. To the point that the reseller that I have in Spain, they say, Max, we need to conquer Europe. You need to open a company with me. So we opened Trinitech Europe, which is still alive today.
Wow.
Okay? In Spain. Because it was cheaper for me to send it to Spain, and then there was no tax across the European nation. Opportunity. It's always there.
Yeah, you just have to
Either
look
you
for
grab it or somebody's going to do it. The secret is, if you're going to have business, be honest. If it sucks, tell it sucks, but it's cheap. If it's good, tell it it's good. And the price was competitive. I didn't make a lot of money. When I sold it to reseller, I probably made 10% and 10, 20% maybe tops. They make 1,000% on it. So I made a lot of money from my product, man. So majority of my product was through resellers. Even though I had 40 people telemarketing, I hate telemarketers. I hate telemarketing. So I was looking, so another friend, opportunity, selling my competitor product, decided to only sell my product. So I gave all my telemarketing to him. I said, you run it, and I just provide you the product. The Y2K came. I knew there was a failure at Y2K in 2095 because my product defined it, sold it. I wrote a letter to Microsoft. Said 95 would not be active anymore until 2000. I think I said 2003. it will flunk, it will fail. So do something about it. And he did. They decided not to support it anymore because it was a failure. I had a software that I gave away for free. I didn't charge people. You can put it in your laptop and boom, fix a Y2K. I made the money on the hardware. So if you had a regular PC, you wanted my board in it. And my board was a secondary BIOS. When the BIOS of the
Okay.
computer boots up,
Yep.
my BIOS took over and made sure that the clock didn't fall back to 1971.
Ah,
It kept it going. Pretty cool. Huh?
yeah.
Then I had the Power Sentry. So I created the OmniPose. The OmniPose, it was defined by PC Magazine as the Lazarus board.
Hmm.
You know who Lazarus was?
Didn't he come back from the dead?
You got it. They call my product the Lazarus board. And PC Magazine is a worldwide magazine, and we got loaded with phone calls.
'Cause-
And I created a nice, beautiful leather case, Trinitech logo. Well, I might bring you the case one. That beautiful case, leather.
I'd like to see.
Gorgeous.
I'd like to see the product.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I still have some products. So,
Oh.
so I developed a power. Actually, I don't even have a picture.
Picture?
Where's my cell phone?
What's the name of your company?
It was Trinitech Inc.
Trinitech
Inc.
Inc.
Was my original
It
company.
was the original company, and then he still has the one that was.
Well, I sold the one in Spain.
So
I only have 5%. Well, I still have 5% of the
Trinitech
company.
Europe.
Trinitech Europe. I have a picture of myself in here with a.
Trinitech Reconciliations, Trinitech
No,
Software Solutions.
That was one that was bought up, but that's not mine anymore. Let's see.
Trinitech, provider of cloud-based financial software.
That's a different guys. They stole my name.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, where's the? I thought I had a product. I thought a picture was my product then. So anyway, so again, as an immigrant, it was opportunity, right? The product became very successful. My company became very successful. 2001, what happened?
9/11.
9/11 happened. My product, again, as a business, I made a mistake. Was a mistake. I didn't know 9/11 was going to happen. My income was based on resellers.
Mm-hmm.
Even though technology was moving fast, computer technology was moving so fast it was not even funny.
Yeah, because everybody was coming out with something new.
Crazy,
Like,
right?
every
But
day.
2001, every reseller that I had didn't buy product for 6 months because of the attack
So your sales went.
went down to
Way
I,
down.
I lost a lot of money. But I kept my sales force going for about 6 months. I said, guys, that we're not selling anything. I can't provide you guys anymore. The Spain company, which is smart, that's why sometimes when you have a narrow vision,
Mhm.
you need somebody else to open your vision.
Broaden it up. You still had the income from the
Right.
Spanish company.
So the Spanish guy said, we're going to move from technology, we're going to move to services. So we started providing, so instead of selling product to technician, we became the technician company.
Ah.
So we started providing service to the country.
Yeah, and then nobody would know your product better than
You
you
got
because
it.
you made it.
You got it. So again, opportunities, right? So I had a Power Sentry. The Power Sentry was really important because the Chinese started producing power supply really, really inexpensive, $15 for a box. You think that power supply is going to be good? No.
That's
The
good.
motherboard requires a load to activate properly.
Mhm.
So you plug into power supply, put the motherboard, and things stop failing, right? My power supply, Power Sentry, you plug it into the computer and tell you the load of the computer,
Wow.
like that.
Wow.
No good load, the power supply is bad. Riot started doing that because I was getting my. By the way, I provided free tech support worldwide.
Wow. Free tech support.
Free tech support. Who does that? Not many people.
Nobody.
People charge you for it. So we're getting a lot of call. Hey, you know, we have problem with Windows crashing, and this is going on, and everything was based on crashing. And the only way the hardware would crash is the power supply doesn't provide enough energy.
Mhm.
If you turn it on, it works. It's no reason for the system to crash.
Mhm.
The software doesn't change. You don't change the programming.
Mhm.
Program is already there.
Yeah.
Right? What happened is the load of the hard drive was not good enough, and the memory loose, boom, crashes.
Yeah.
So that's why I developed the power supply. I also developed a printer testing for Hewlett Packard, because the Hewlett Packard sell you a printer, but no printer cable. So you buy Chinese cable,
It don't work.
it doesn't work because it doesn't load the printer properly. So I developed a tool to test the cable to make sure it's loaded properly. Needs,
I remember that fiasco.
okay? I had that tool. I developed a PC Sentry that monitor your computer for every keyword you struck, it records it.
Wow.
I still have that software. So I developed a tool required to the need, but technology started moving from repairing to replacing.
Because it's more consumerism now. It's just,
So the company in Spain, again, brought in mind, stay alive because we went into service. I should have done that here too, but I didn't do it. It was too other. So, opportunity. This little Spanish boy from the ghetto of New York City got invited by President Clinton
wow.
to go to Northern Ireland
Really?
to represent the country for the peace treaty between Sinn Féin, okay, between the Catholic and the Protestant. This little ghetto boy. Let's see if I find this thing here. So I had a meeting with all of those two that were fighting, killing each other. Let's see. See if I
So
find-
now I don't know if you're Democrat or Republican.
I am an American.
You're an American. Okay.
If you're a Democrat and you support my country, I support you. If you're a Republican, you hate my country, I hate you too. It's not about party. But what are the both parties the best for the country? In my feeling, I think the Republican Party is. Why? Because it's a constitutional party. Look what it says over here. Let's see. Read that out loud.
All right. Learn from your competitors. Secrets from a successful company president. By Eric.
Eric was the lawyer.
He was
They wrote an article.
contributing editor, Business Owner's Toolkit. 3 years ago, Trinitech was little more than an idea in Max Martin's head. Aided by one assistant, Max began selling a computer diagnostic tool that he developed from a tiny office in Clearwater, Florida. Today, the company is an emerging leader in the niche market for computer diagnostic products. His flagship item, the OmniPost Analyzer, won recent praise from PC Magazine for its ability to help technicians figure out what's wrong with about 95% of the personal computers available on the market. IBM and Hewlett Packard are among the company's customers, and it generated an impressive $3,600,000 in revenues last year. Max agreed to speak with us about how he achieved his phenomenal growth and about how, oddly enough, his competitors helped make Trinitech what it is today. So
I love competitors.
yeah, because they drive you to
Innovation.
yes. Your principal advice to Toolkit readers is never fear competition. Can you explain? I'm convinced that if you're afraid of your competition, you might as well be out of business. To survive, you must recognize what competition can do for you, your company, and your workforce. And that is motivate you to do better. Look at the Olympics. The guy that takes the gold in pole vaulting doesn't say to himself, 18 feet 3 inches would be good vault for me. He says, only an inch higher than everybody else will do. And when the other pole vaulters push themselves, they push him too. The only reason he jumps 18 feet 3 inches is because somebody else jumped 18 feet 2 inches. It's exactly the same in business. Of course, the key to making sure you go a little bit higher, farther, or longer than your competitors. Do that often enough, and eventually you'll have no competition.
I put him out of business in 6 months.
Wow.
My boss.
Really?
See that?
Yeah.
It's a lot of more than that. But again, why did he call me? Because he saw the PC Magazine ad.
Mm-hmm.
Say, hey, you local? I know you, Max. I know you. Can you? Let me see if I know the way here. Let's see.
If you could send me all of this stuff, it would be great.
Let's see. Mm-hmm. I should save a bunch of stuff that I thought I had it here. So yeah, so when I was in Northern Ireland, I got interviewed by BBC about why we're doing there, right? So here I am, small company out of Florida, with the biggest American company, Pfizer, BMW. I mean not BMW, Ford, GE. I mean all the from the balloon, all the
big
top
American
notch
companies.
representing the country, and here I am, little Mr. Martin. So here's what I did: opportunity, right? Every place we went, they always took pictures. Why did they take pictures? Right? And I never wore black or blue suit. I always wear so that you can tell. Look at the picture, and you can see me. And I make partners with a guy who took all the pictures and say, anytime you want to take a picture, let me know. I go, Max, and I go line up next to the big bosses. Tony Blair, you know who Tony Blair was? Prime Minister of England. Sent me a letter. Thank you for coming. President Clinton sent me a letter. Thank you for coming.
Wow.
I just received a letter from Donald Trump last week.
Really?
Yeah. For sending him what I think he should do about immigration.
Oh.
He sent me a letter. Let's see. I just started saving all this stuff here.
You should, because remember a few weeks ago you were showing me your pictures with Andrew Cuomo and Kathy Hochul.
Yeah.
So you're very well connected.
Is opportunity.
Yeah, opportunity.
Okay, always opportunity. Anyway, so again, what this country offers you is freedom
An opportunity.
and opportunity. That's it.
So if you had to say maybe one or two sentences giving advice for anybody about opportunity, what would the sentences be?
If I want to advise somebody about opportunity, is the thing about opportunity is always there, and sometimes you don't see it because you're not looking for it. Remember what I said earlier? You take things for granted. American, in general, take things for granted. You have a single American, including you and you. What is the best thing about this country? What would you say?
Probably the freedom.
You never say opportunity, do you?
No, you
Why
always
not?
you always say freedom, because you can take a look at the other countries and say, okay, they don't have as many rights or freedoms as us, and so say America is the land of the free, but they never say the land of opportunity. Well, they sometimes say that, but
Right.
it's usually hidden because of the
If you
land
have
of
an
the
immigrant, while they're here, freedom
freedom,
and opportunity.
necessity.
So if I'm going to tell anybody about how to look at it, open your eyes. When I talk to my student, the first thing I said, what would you like to do in 5 years? They go, I don't know. How can you find opportunity there?
Yeah.
Right? Do you have to graduate from college? No.
No.
Do you have to do that? No. But you always have to look for what do I want to do in the next 5 years. I always tell them, what is the best? If I'm going to pay you right now $50 an hour to do the best thing you can do, why is it? They go, I don't know. What is it? What is the best thing you can do right now? $50 an hour. And that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it'd be absolutely fantastic if somebody gave me $50 an hour.
What will you
Do
do?
the thing
You
I-
say, I can do A, Y, and Z. The best in the market is me. I would do this. What would that be?
I don't know. I'd have to think about that. But
Opportunity.
yeah,
Are you ready to get $50 an hour to do the best you can?
yeah,
That's what I tell people. If you don't look for opportunity, the opportunity is not come to you. It's always there. It's always there. You want to make money in the winter in your neighborhood, you can make money,
yeah. Snow shoveling. I
That's
made
it.
like $120 last week.
right? Opportunity,
Yeah.
right? When you do it now, there's no snow,
No.
but you can still make money. Hey, do you want me to take the trash? You want to do this? I know,
Yeah.
especially
In the summer, I mow lawns.
right? You go around and say you got a couple that is old, older, right? You can go and knock on the door and say, hey, I can help you. And when did the trash comes out every while? I'll make sure you can trash this out every week. How much you gonna charge me? $10 a week. You know what those people are gonna do? They're gonna increase it. You know what they're gonna do if you keep doing that? They're gonna leave money when they die to you.
Really?
You got it.
Wow.
Because you show that you care. Especially if they have a bad relationship with their kids, they prefer to give the money to you because you care. What have you done?
You just provided a simple service.
An opportunity for them
Yeah.
to do something, right?
Yeah.
So it's always opportunity. How are you going to find it? You need to look for it. Doesn't mean you have to be an expert on trash can, but you can take a trash can out, can you?
Yeah. You just gotta
Doesn't
nip
mean
it
we
up,
have to bear some
wheel it out the
snow.
road.
But if it's not, when I lived in Jamestown, when I cleaned my driveway, I cleaned the entire street driveway.
Really?
The entire street. I'm already there. And I had the machine. And people say, hey, thank you, Mr. Martin. I say, do I need to do that?
No,
I did it.
but you did it anyway.
It's my neighborhood.
Yeah.
America. Time is pain. So I just keep my little house clean and the neighborhood dirty. That's not good, is it? That's what American offers you. If you received it, you'll be part of it. If you want to take advantage, you will never become part of it. It's different. A lot of people come to America to use it. Although migrant, they cross the border illegally, they come to use America. But they pick the tomato. No, those tomato pickers are already here. They already have jobs. Those people come for welfare and take your money, abuse you, rape you, kill you, and all that stuff. We never had lack of people picking strawberries. You can always find people that can pick your strawberries.
Yeah. So just pick strawberries. It's low skill.
You can find anywhere in the world. You can go to Mexico and say, okay, I need 100 strawberry pickers legally. Line them up. Let me see. Fingerprint, book group. You're done. The company do that right here.
Yeah.
So all the people cross the border illegally? No way. Get the hell out. Sorry. Goodbye. What else?
It's
Oh, here this one. Is that one the one? No, that's not the one. Trying to figure it out. I know I had an article that
So obviously you've very well accomplished in your life here.
and I'm not done yet.
And you're not done yet, but what are you most proud of accomplishing since you've come to America?
My 3 kids.
3 kids?
That's it.
That's it?
My 3 kids. What else do you want? There's nothing better than having 3 beautiful kids. My accomplishment as a human being, what I do with you guys. Do I need to be here?
No?
No.
It's a volunteer organization. January 15th, 2026. Wow. That's amazing.
Thomas Paine. If you want
Yep.
things change, you act. So I wrote him a 7-page, step-by-step
Step-by-step plan.
plan how to deal with immigration. Step by step. They do that. He wins, American wins, and the immigrant wins. How can you do that? Well, you have to think about it, right? You have to be part of it. You think did I write him for him to respond back to me? No, I wrote it because I want him to see that I think in general we have ideas to do the right thing. Nothing else. If I'm not part of it, I should not complain. If you're not doing it, what are you complaining about? Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I guess.
Right? But we have a lot of complainers that do nothing.
Yeah.
They do nothing.
Yeah.
No. So the ability again as a migrant or immigrant or somebody that come here is we need to have a better vetting system.
Mm-hmm.
What the reason you? The question you asked me, every immigrant should get those questions. Why you chose America? Okay, because my families are here. No.
But for you, it was a land of necessity and opportunity.
Right. Why you come to America? Well, I'm here because my mother passed away. And my dad lives in New York, and I'm here because situation happens.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have no clue about America.
Yeah.
Right. If I'm an adult, why do you come here? Opportunity. What kind of opportunity? And here's the question we need to ask: is what are you going to offer us to make America better?
Is that a question for me?
That's a question for any immigrant that comes to America. What are you going to offer us to make America better?
Is it strictly immigrants into America, or is it
Everybody.
for everybody in America?
The thing is, we don't ask for everybody because we take American shit for granted,
Mm-hmm.
and we never ask this question, can we?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only one that can.
So always think of it that is immigration is needed because we all immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
The reason immigration exists is not to make your life better, it's to make everybody American lives better.
Mm-hmm.
If you only come here for you, I don't want you here. Immigration exists for you to offer something to America. And what American offer you is the freedom and the opportunity.
Yeah.
Now, if you come here to collect welfare, I don't want you here. But if you're here to work and create something new, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's what we benefit.
I think I'm going to ask maybe
One more?
one or two more.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, plenty of time.
So when you came here, obviously there was the culture shock of seeing skyscrapers in New York City. But what was the biggest culture shock to you?
You know, the biggest culture shock that I had, it was when I was in the Navy.
In the Navy?
I had a supervisor that was a racist.
Ah.
And he was a white guy.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, I was on survival mode since the 8. I understood what the game is.
Mm-hmm.
If they play better, you lose. If you play better, you win.
Mm-hmm.
So he tried to give me all the crappy work in the world. And I was thinking, oh, yeah, I do that. You want me to do it now? Yeah.
All right.
Never complained.
Yeah. Because he was trying
to force me to complain. That way he can write me up and kick me out of the Navy.
Yeah, he wanted to. He was trying to find pleasure in.
You aren't getting your stuff done.
But this is important. This is educational. I have to do grades, but I can do tomorrow. So think about this: is the shock, and everybody has that.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna, this. Americans not perfect. Why? Because we're all human beings. We're all screwed up all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. What is perfect is the Constitution, and it still needs some change. According to Thomas Paine, you need to adapt to the technology and things like that.
Yeah.
When I'm done, I'm going to send you the PDF file on my. It's coming out pretty good. Anyway, now that I'm not teaching, I'm writing books. She's crazy. Because I love the English language and I love communication. I love to talk to people and I love to increase knowledge. Anyway, that's the biggest shock I ever had, racism. But I mean, if I look back, it was racist against me. We had all the Spanish kids in the unit. They never did anything to him. But what is racism? It's individual feeling, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody completely race about one race completely. If you think about the KKK, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who they hated? The Jews, right? And black.
Well, they hated everybody that wasn't pure.
Pure
In
Christian.
what they
But
thought
they were
was
Christian.
Yeah, Christian.
But they don't understand Christianity,
No,
which I wrote a
yeah.
book about that too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's no Christianity without the Jews.
Mm.
You have to be spiritually Jewish to be Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? So then is racism in general, sometimes it's individuality based on lack of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they're going by feelings, by emotional. So this guy, for some reason, because I always smile, I always smiling no matter what,
Yeah.
Maybe he hated because I was too happy all the time.
Maybe.
I don't know, but he hated me,
Yeah, you'll never know.
right? I never know, and I don't care
Yeah.
because that's not my business. But every time he told me to do something that I know was crappy, like cleaning dirty and grass and whatever it was on the ship, I always thank him.
Yeah, that made him mad.
He doesn't know how to handle me because he's looking for a trigger and I don't give him the trigger. So what you need to do is, American, we have too many triggering. We have political triggering constantly. There's no reason to hate your opponent. You can disagree with them,
Yeah, just be respectful.
be respectful, and they will freak out because they want reaction.
Yeah.
I don't give reaction. I don't get mad. Even with my wife, we don't get mad because no reason. If you disagree with me, good, good. And this is my philosophy. Write this down. I'm always right until you prove me wrong.
And I'm sure that there's some that think I'm always right, even if you prove me wrong.
No, if you prove me wrong, I'll learn.
Yeah.
Because that's the process of learning.
Yeah.
All right? I'm always right until you prove me wrong. But you have to prove me wrong. You can't say, well, you're wrong. That doesn't work. Right? And part of the prove me wrong, explain it to me and show it to me. And then I go,
Just
oh,
give you
wow.
the evidence.
Evidence. And so if I speak of something, I make sure 100% that I'm right. So I don't tell you crap for the heck of telling crap because it doesn't do you any good. That's my philosophy. What's the last question? You got two more.
I think just one more. We're almost at an hour and a half on our.
Hey,
our interview
that's
time.
nothing. I can talk for 5, 6, 7, 8. You can talk the whole day.
I'd love to talk to you all day,
Right.
but fortunately we're limited. But I think this is a big one that my teacher would like me to ask. But what advice would you give someone thinking about immigrating? It doesn't have to be just into America. It could be anywhere.
Okay, from my point of view, there are probably 2, 3 reasons you immigrate. Okay?
Yeah, the necessity.
Necessity, like I was, one of them. Better life, even though your life can be good in the country, but
Yeah.
it offers you because of what you hear. Remember, I travel the world, and people think all Americans are rich. But guess what? We are rich. Why?
Because of opportunity.
But not only that, even the poorest person in the United States is rich compared to other countries.
Freedom.
Not only that, money. A person on welfare is 10 times richer than a person working in Haiti.
Wow.
A person on welfare, 5 times richer than a person in the Dominican Republic. So you can find me any country. A person on welfare here is probably 100 times richer than people in the Philippines.
Yeah. My dad, he worked with a guy and he went over to the Philippines and he moved there.
It's
And he
cheap,
was like,
rich, super
Yeah.
rich,
yeah,
right? Retirement, you go there and you're rich.
yeah,
So we are rich,
yeah.
but do we, as Americans, think we're rich? No, I think we're poor.
Yeah, because everything over here is slowly getting more and more expensive.
Right. But not only that is, if you think about a microwave, you go to 90% of the country, microwave probably very elite. Not too many people have a microwave.
Yeah, and then
You
most
buy it here for
Americans
30
have it in
bucks.
their kitchen.
30 bucks.
Yeah,
Everywhere. I don't see anybody without a microwave.
yeah. Colonel's office is a microwave.
Right? Are we rich? Is how you look at things. I looked at them when I came here thinking everybody was rich.
Yeah,
And I realized when
everybody has a microwave.
TV,
It's point
cell
of view.
phone. The poorest people and the homeless people have cell phones.
Yeah,
That's rich.
yeah,
So, why they want to come to America again is the mindset that they see, political restriction of freedom. That's I think that's the second. In the old world was the first. You came here for political reason. Right now, I feel is opportunity.
okay,
Okay, and then you got the last one myself, a necessity. You have to be here because the only person that is in your family lives in the United States. That's the only place to go. So in general, we need immigration. We don't need 2 million immigration a year. we need also to think about what immigration is. What is the benefit of immigration for the country? We need to restrict, like if you become an American citizen, I can ask 18 people in my family to come to America. And then I have to support them.
Yeah. It's,
And then sooner or later, welfare will support you. So they have people here that are taking advantage of it. Then the last one is the one that I hate the most is you come here to use America
yeah.
because you hate America. People are in America, they hate America. The American born American, they hate American.
Yeah.
They don't see anything good about it. And if you ask them what is so bad about it, they can't tell you. But here, they think America is the worst country in the world.
Yeah.
They don't understand that this is the best. I traveled to 40 plus country. You will not pay me to live anywhere but America. Constitution. We all equal. All created equal. With the same rights. Just because you're rich doesn't have any right than I do. What time is it anyway?
It's 8:25.
Okay. So anyway, so think about that. So as an immigration, we need it. It's required. We're getting older. We don't have enough kids nowadays to support the next group of elderly like myself. I started collecting Social Security last month for the first time. Right? We need young people to start putting money to Social Security. Otherwise, there's no money for me. Though I want you guys to work, yeah. But I already put my money in it. So we need immigration, we need it. Okay? Two thing is why? Because we also bring innovation, new ideas. Sometimes we get stagnated with ideas. They need somebody from the outside. Captain? Anything else?
No, sir. That's it.
If you don't,
Thank you
if you don't
very
get an A, I will. You better get an A.
Become a terrorist.